morning learning how to change tires, check your oil, and so much more. Live and local coming up after the break.
Welcome back to FOX21 Local News right now. Much like your body, your car needs regular checkups, and it's important to stay up to date with the care of your car so that it keeps chugging as long as possible, like your body. You gotta keep it chugging along.
Needs a warranty for sure. Right now, buyer's remorse right here. Right now, Lauren McDonald is part of the pit crew at the Pitstop workshop offered to anyone who needs a little car care knowledge, and joins us right now live and local from Johnny Martin's Car Central with all the info. Lauren, good morning.
Taking care of cars and the people who drive them this morning, live and local here at Johnny Martin's. I am so excited because I know nothing about car care. Abby, you know that because you had to change my windshield wiper fluid. But we are here with Greg Sheldon. You are the director and founder of the Auto Shop Vocational, right? So explain what that is and a little bit about yourself.
So Auto Shop Vocational is a school that takes kids who are not ready for mainstream or not appropriate for mainstream high school, and we teach them to be lube techs to get into the automotive industry. The automotive industry is really hurting for people, just like all the blue collar trades, and so that's my part in in this community to try to get populate some of these auto shops and like the dealerships. So what we're here today, this time, is to check the oil on this 2006 Cadillac STSV.
Wow. All I know, it's a good-looking car. That's all I know, right? Well, so this is part of your pit stop workshop that you also offer in your school.
Yes. I do a one-day workshop. It's about an hour to an hour and a half. We teach you how to check your oil, check your coolant, change the spare tire. We'll get to that in a minute. You do what all your dash lights mean, and just stuff to give your car a good
Make sure your car's in tip-top shape. Okay, so checking the oil, you're going to show us how to do that right now.
I sure am. So usually your dipstick has a yellow tag on it.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is you're going to pull this out and wipe it off, and then you're going to stick it back in, back in the hole here. Push it all the way down, let it settle into the oil for a moment, and you pull it back out. And you can see the oil is about 3/4 of the way up on the dipstick. So, and then the reason why you wipe it off the first time is because usually there's oil on it, and you're not going to get you'll get a false reading.
Right.
So it's important to make sure that you wipe it off before you are actually going to check the oil.
So how low is too low on the dipstick?
If it's not reading on your dipstick, it is time to put oil in your engine, because you can have catastrophic engine failure, and that's a product of rod knock, and then your engine becomes a paperweight.
And do you recommend doing that yourself or taking it to the shop?
Oh, absolutely. You can do this yourself. It's a very easy process. Even doing an oil change is something that you can learn how to do. This is something that everybody should learn how to do. It's actually something we should teach in high schools, but for some reason we don't anymore.
It's all right. You gotta learn algebra instead, right?
That very true. Here.
All right, we are having so much fun here today at Johnny Martin's. Going to learn a lot this morning. Like I said, this is perfect for me today because I'm going to be the newest member of the pit crew by the end of the morning, right?
That's right. We'll have you change out tires in a jiffy.
Oh, in a jiffy. Maybe I can get hired by Jiffy Lube. Who knows?
Lauren, you definitely need to sign up for that class. And just to clarify, I didn't change your windshield wiper fluid. I just filled it.
You add to it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that.
But
sure.
I got your back either way.
Just keep checking that dipstick, Lauren. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
It's also foreign. All right, thanks a lot. The 5:47 right now. Let's go ahead and toss it back over to meteorologist.
The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. Coming up after the break, we are going to dish on how to keep your vision clear next time you hit the highway. That's coming up after the break.
Car care, where you could learn to do things like check your oil, change a flat tire, and avoid roadside emergencies.
Well, if you like the sound of learning all that and much more, the Pit Stop Workshop might be for you. And right now, Lauren McDonald, live and local from Johnny Martin's Car Central, helping people and their cars. Lauren, good morning.
Guess what day it is?
What?
It is Hot Tip Tuesday! And that is exactly what we are getting today, live and local here at Johnny Martin's Car Central. I'm with Greg and Ace. Ace, you're with Ace Entertainment. You're going to show us how to change some wiper blades. We're about to make it rain in here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's show how to do that.
Okay, this is going to be pretty easy. Actually, Greg from the Auto Tech Vocational School just taught me this here within like the last minute.
There you go.
So it's very easy. What we're going to do is change a wiper blade. So what you want to do is take a flathead screwdriver, and you want to basically pop open this top part here, okay? And then slide up and out.
Okay.
Very easy. And then you want to put it back on there. You just put it back in here, slide it down, and lock it back like that.
Okay, very nice.
Now, could you try that for me on the other side?
I certainly can. Now, Ace, I want you to tell me, how do you know when it's time to change the wiper blades?
You get streaks in the blades, okay? When you hear it rubbing and making skipping sounds over the glass, then you know it's time for you to change it.
Okay.
So see how easy that was? She just kind of popped that right off.
Hey, how about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you would just put a new one on?
Yeah.
And most of them just come
And
like
they all
this?
come just like that.
Pretty standard.
Already prefab that way. And you just put it right back on, snap it on, and voila.
Beautiful.
Back in action.
I can't wait. All right, so we're going to be learning a lot of things today. You actually have a car show coming up.
Yes.
Real big in the car industry, right?
Yes, we have one coming up at the First and Main Town Center, and we do this every first Saturday of the month.
Okay.
And the first one is kicking off this Saturday, which is Cinco de Mayo Day.
There you go.
And it's all free to the public.
Bring your margaritas.
Yeah. Hey, well, don't drink and drive.
Well, that's true.
Well,
That's true, yes.
Okay. But yeah, it's all free to the public, and it's all free for the people to bring their car. So you can bring your car down and display it. The only thing is we're there very early in the morning. You want to get down there, say 7 a.m., and we're right behind the Holiday Inn Express in the IMAX Theater.
Hey.
We're going to be in that parking lot.
Meet us at the Holiday Inn,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Okay, so
Bring a
live
friend.
and local. There you go. Okay, so thank you so much for those hot
Thank you so
tips.
much.
We're going to get some more this morning. Cannot wait. All morning long, sharing the pride in your ride here at Johnny Martin's Car Central. What do we got next, Greg?
We are going to learn how to do an emergency tire change.
Tire change.
Oh,
Now
that's
that's
always
something
fun.
I
Got
do
what
need
it
to
takes?
learn.
I don't know. You're going to have to get your hands dirty. Is that all right with you?
Oh, I am all for that. Let's do it.
She loves
Sounds
getting
good.
dirty.
Yeah.
All right, Lauren, get to work.
Hot Tip Tuesday.
I
Thank
love
you.
it.
All right, 6:31 right now.
Got a flat? We're about to change that. Live and local from Johnny's Car Central. Coming up after the break. They tell me lefty loosey. And I'll tell you, these hit tips are just as hot as they are juicy. Kind of like the burgers here at Johnny Martin's Car Central. That is where we are live and local, learning how to change a tire. Coming up after the break.
Body, your car needs regular checkups. It's important to stay up to date with the care of your car so that it keeps chugging as long as possible.
Like our bodies just chugging along. Yeah, right now Laura McDonald is part of the pit crew at the Pit Shop,
back to the
or
right.
Pitstop workshop,
Turn back to the
offered
right.
to anyone who needs a little car care knowledge.
Righty, tighty,
She joins
lefty,
us right
loosey.
now, live and local from the Johnny Martin Car Central with all the info. Lauren?
Got them off. It's the first step. And changing a tire. About to wiggle this sucker off because we're pretending like it's flat. And man, that's a heavy tire. How much do tires weigh? A lot.
Probably 45, 50 pounds.
Okay, now we're putting on the donut, which is ugly, but it's gonna get you from A to B, right?
That's right.
And that's all that
A
matters.
to C, actually, without going through B.
There you go. What's B?
Well, we don't want to say that over there.
Okay. So then we're gonna put these back on, right?
Yes.
This is actually fairly easy.
Yeah.
Easier than I thought.
Yep.
And this is all part, Greg, of your pit stop workshop. Tell everybody about that while I'm securing this tire on here.
It sure is, Laura. What we teach is give your car a good basic checkup. We get a checkup on our bodies every year, and so you should have your car checked up on, because in order to keep everything running properly, it can save you time, money, and it even save you so that you don't have to worry about roadside emergencies such as this, or let's say your car is overheating or stuff like that. So what they're doing is obviously changing a tire. Tires are the most vital part of your car. If you have low tire pressure, your car doesn't handle or brake or stop like it's supposed to.
That's so good.
And so we're going to go over here and check out every vehicle made since the 60s has what we call the tire pressure label here. It's going to tell you, you know, the load, and then here you're going to have the front tire, which is the size of the tire, and you want to have that up to 35 psi. And then the rear is also has a size here, and it's also 35 psi. And also, and then lastly, there's the spare here, and that's up to 60 psi, which is pounds per square inch. So if your tires are low, you're not going to handle the way that you should be. Your tires aren't going to brake as well as they should be, and this is the biggest safety issue of any in your car is your tires, because if that's the only part that actually touches the road. How you guys doing over here?
Hey, how about that?
Wow, you guys.
She's on.
You guys are quick. Maybe you guys could worry about go get a job at the Indy 500.
Car care you can trust right here. I got us covered. Live and local here. A little out of breath. I was putting the elbow grease into it.
He's doing it.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm your new Jiffy Lube tech here.
She's winded.
Yeah, she's working
I
hard.
am very winded.
Lauren, it's good though. We're gonna really test it out now because Craig's gonna take your tire off.
Real quick, I know I gotta go. I know Jeff's getting angry, but how far will this get you? About 50 miles?
You can run about 50 miles. They also have this product that's like an inflatable. It's an inflatable tire in a can. That stuff is great for a very short time, but do not utilize this for everyday driving.
By the way, this isn't going to do much for me because I got one of those inflatable tires you were just talking about. But maybe we'll learn how to do this. For now, I'm going to go get a soda. I've done my work for the day.
She's earned one.
Taking a wrench.
7:48 right now. Here's another live look outside. It's going to be
Lights, camera, caution. What do you do when this happens to you? We're going to tell you live and local coming up after the break.
crash course in car care where you could learn things to do like check your oil, change a flat tire, and avoid roadside emergencies.
Well, if you like the sound of this, then the Pit Stop Workshop might be the place for you. And right now, Laura McDonald is live and local from Johnny Martin's Car Central with a local car guru who is helping people in their cars in pit stop fashion. Lauren, good morning.
Yes, it is time to check yourself before you wreck yourself, literally. That is what we are showing you how to do right here, live and local at Johnny Martin's Car Central. I am here with Greg Sheldon. You're the owner and instructor at Auto Shop Vocational. Yep. And right now we are in the middle of your pit stop workshop. You are teaching me everything that people can learn in that class, right? Yep. So right now we've changed the tire, we've checked the oil, we have changed the wipers. Now we're going to check the engine lights. Yep. What to do when the caution light comes on, right? That yellow colored light.
So we're sitting here in Ace's 2016 Dodge 2500. We're going to get all the dash lights on. You can see them all here. The one we're specifically going to talk about, right here, is the check engine light, or CEL as we call it in the industry. That can be on for a myriad of reasons. Anything from an O2 sensor, which is just going to make your car run a little bit less efficient, all the way up to misfires. You could get a PO302 code or 304 code. That's a misfire for cylinder number 2 or cylinder number 4. And that's all stuff that's really going to affect your gas mileage. And so when you see that, you really should have it checked out. You can go to places, most repair shops. You can go to parts depots, AutoZone, Napa, any of those guys. They can check it for you, and then when you go to have it repaired, you actually have a base knowledge of what's going on with your car, because there's a lot of unscrupulous repair shops out there. And so being informed and knowing what's wrong with your car, having an idea is the best way to understand and not get taken advantage of. And
it shouldn't, but this can even happen in a brand new car, right?
It certainly can. And that's a big problem in the industry as well, is that a lot of parts are now made overseas and their standards are not like ours are in the U.S. You're always looking to have OEM parts, and even OEM parts can fail right off the bat. It doesn't happen very often, but it absolutely does. So then when you replace that one part, and that part is actually also failed, so then you're trying to replace all these other things, but it was just the one failed part that you initially had. And there's a lot of guys out there that'll just go, and when they see the check engine light, they'll just start replacing parts. You have to diagnose and figure exactly out what part of the car you know, that's actually wrong. So in addition to the pit stop workshop, I offer a 10-week fundamentals course to some troubled kids or kids that aren't necessarily suited for mainstream high schools. I think we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, yeah. And you said when that is flashing yellow, you turn your car off right away.
Yes, when you see this, the check engine light, it kind of looks like an engine here. When that's flashing, you should really just shut your vehicle off. That's almost an unsafe, because your car can shut off in the middle of the highway or something like that.
There you go.
And the other thing, one of the other major things to keep an eye on your dash is the temperature. When you see the temperature light go up to hot, shut it off, because that can be catastrophic. And if you see that it's getting warm, turn your heat on, so that'll help dissipate some of the heat.
Wow.
And so that'll, you can have catastrophic engine failure, and you'll probably save some money.
There you go.
Because when the engine overheats, it's really, really negative things.
Moral of the story, when that is flashing yellow, call this fellow or somebody. We are putting you on the road to reliability this morning, live and local here at Johnny Martin's Car Central with my friend Greg Sheldon here. We're having a lot of fun, learning a lot of hot tips. It is Hot Tip Tuesday, so make sure you got them, you get them, whatever.
Got those hot tips, Lauren. Thank you.
But how do you preset the radio? That's the question.
No, it's setting the clock. That's what
The clock,
people can't
that's the
do.
tough one.
Yeah.
All right.
8:23 right now. Now, most roadside emergencies can be avoided with a routine vehicle check that's simple and speedy. The question is, though, what do you need to look for?
Well, right now, Laura McDonald is live and local at Johnny Martin's Car Central, checking out Auto Shop Vocational's Pit Stop Workshop. What you got, Laura?
Got a flat tire? Do not worry about it. We have you covered here. Live and local, that's heavy. At Johnny Martin's Car Central. So I'm here with Greg and Ace. We're about to learn how to change a tire. But before you go changing, you got to make sure you have 3 things.
Yep. These are the 3 things you need to make sure that you have before you can successfully complete a roadside tire change. First one is your spare tire. Make sure it's got air in it. Bounce it. That's got air in it. The second thing you need is your jack. I might be able to lift this car up. I don't know if you can by yourself.
Maybe.
And then the last thing is the lug wrench. So what we do is,
And
Ace,
these
would you
should
hold
all
on to
be
this
in
for
your
me,
car
please?
already?
Yep.
If you have a
These are
spare
things,
tire.
make sure you have these in your car before you need them. So you can see a groove here in the jack. There's going to be a pinch weld underneath here that's going to correlate to. And then you're going to jack it up. Get it close, and then you also have to make sure that you have loosened all your lug nuts, because if you try to loosen your lug nuts while the car is in the air, the tire is just going to spin. So you'll have to put the jack back down, and so. So we're going to finish this up and more, and then we'll put the spare tire on.
Tire on there. We still have a little bit of time. Do we want to start jacking it up?
Sure, if you want to get on your knees
I
and.
would like to do this. Come on, let's go.
Again, just make sure that metal is right, the little sliver part is right on the metal. Because
Okay.
if not, you can mess up, the
Can
car.
you check it for me to make
Yeah,
sure?
let me make sure.
Because this is not my car,
That's
and I
right
don't want
on.
to pay for it.
Yep, and it's not on the metal, so great. I'm glad you said that.
So that brings me up to another point where if you don't have the tools that you need, you're kind of at the helm of whoever you can flag down, especially if you're not in a no cell phone, you don't have any cell phone service. And so it's important to make sure that you have all these 3 things to make sure that you can change your tire. A lot of us, especially if we're going out into the mountains, there's not necessarily cell service. So this is all stuff that you really need to know how to do, because if not, you're at the helm of whoever you can flag down, and you never know who that's going to be.
Don't want it to
So
be
to get a
anybody
full
but.
turn, move your leg back.
Okay.
To get a full turn to make this all the way to the ground. And then go all the way that way.
Okay, and then do I have to take it off every time?
Yep, this is every
No,
time.
you can just spin it like this.
Oh,
There you go.
there you go.
Oh, there you
I told you guys, it's Hot Tip Tuesday. Let's hope I make it back to the station in one piece, because I'm the one changing this tire and don't have a lot of experience, but we are in good hands. Like I said, we've got Greg and Ace here, and we are taking the Pit Stop Workshop this morning, live and local here at Johnny Martin's Car Central. Whew, working hard.
It is Hot Tip Tuesday, and you're going to be working pretty hard. So
All right.
Tuesday. Lauren, I'm expecting you to be able to help me the next time
You're
I
almost
have a
there.
car
The way
issue.
that you can tell if you have the vehicle high enough is you just kind of shake
Abby.
the wheel, and we'll be good to
She's
go.
not listening.
Well, let's just say
She's very
Jesus taking
focused
this
right
wheel.
now.
That's all I
Jesus,
got.
take
Should
the
we
wheel.
also make sure you always have the emergency brake?
And the car jack, please.
Jesus, take the jack. Right, okay. Hey, all right, it's 7:30 right now. Let's go ahead.
Good morning, everybody. Whether your car's a little bit old or brand spanking new, they all need care just like you. We are live and local telling you about the Pit Stop workshop that you can go get involved in if you need a little extra car care. That's coming up after the break.
8:41 right now. Most roadside emergencies can be avoided with a routine vehicle check that's simple and speedy. But the question is, what do you need to look out for?
Well, live and local, Lauren McDonald's at Johnny Martin's Car Central, checking out the Pit Stop workshop. Lauren, good morning.
Ace, you coming over here? Oh.
Just over here, riding dirty, my friends. Yes. This car is so cool. Man, I would love to take it home with me. I don't think that's going to happen, though. But that's all right. You can come see it here at Johnny Martin's Car Central. That is where we are live and local today. We are learning what to do when you get a flat tire, how to change your oil, basically anything you need to know when trouble hits your car, right? So I'm here with Greg and Ace. You guys have been walking me through all morning. So Greg, kind of tell everybody about the Pit Stop workshop, what it is, and who can get involved in it.
So the Pit Stop workshop is a 1.5 hour class that is available here at Johnny Martin's. It's available also going to be at the Manitou Arts Center, also available at my school. But I really got involved with helping people and teaching kids. I was a social worker for many years and a car guy since I was a child. And it really kind of manifested itself into me wanting to become an auto shop teacher. So 6 years ago, I quit my job, went to tech school, place very similar to Intellitech, and for the fast forward 5 years in the automotive industry, and I always thought I was going to go work for a public school. But me knowing who I am and my personality, I became a social entrepreneur.
You want to be your own boss, right?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Doesn't everybody? That's the American dream these days, the modern American dream. So I became a social entrepreneur, and I've been working with the Better Business Bureau and the social impact and C4 for SI. So it's a new sector in the business industry where we're a public benefit corporation and giving back to the community. So I have a 10-week curriculum that I teach kids from the Life Skills High School. I have the Pit Stop workshop, and I also make car part art to help fund the program. You can just kind of see a couple pieces here.
Which is super cool.
Actually, one of the students made this tank. We have a turbo clock, a piston man over here. And if you come to Johnny Martin's, you can see some of the stuff that I've made. There's a lamp over here in the game room and things like that. So I'm going to ask you guys if I need some help with what I'm doing. You can purchase car part art and help support me.
It's all going to go back to the school,
Yep.
right? And
then I also have a crowdfunding. It's on Patreon.com. You can also find it on my website, autoshopvocational.com. And I'm just trying to help the community get the kids who need a hand and some guidance into the automotive industry. I have two successful graduations. I have a 100% graduation rate. We have graduation here at Johnny Martin's. They're gracious enough to donate the space to me for having graduation, and the kids love coming here. I mean, you guys can see the simulators back here, and I spend a great time and a great deal back there. Actually, I think Grace and I, we're going to race after this, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
got you.
Put $20 on it, right?
Okay, I'd like
So-
to get in on that action. We're running out of time, but
Yep.
real quick, you guys got a car show coming up this weekend too.
Yeah,
Free
this
to the
Saturday.
public.
Yeah, this Saturday at the First and Main Town Center. It's every first Saturday of the month, and we're kicking it off Cinco de Mayo. It's free to all the participants and free to all spectators.
There you go. So thank you guys so much both for having us out. Thank you to Johnny Martin's. I've never been here. Such a cool place. You guys should come check it out. And if you want to get involved in this Pit Stop Auto Shop workshop, you can go to autoshopvocational.com. You can get all of Greg's information. We are troubleshooting so that you don't have any trouble, right?
Say it again 10 times
Yeah, I
fast.
was going to say, careful with that one.
Yeah.
All right, thanks,
Thanks,
Lauren.
Lauren.
8:45 right